Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Badwolf. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. I'm just finishing setting up some things here, so don't mind me. And we'll be ready to go in 1 minute here. Get everything on your checklist with Ford Blue Advantage, a certified inspection, comprehensive limited warranty, Carfax report, and a 14-day 1,000-mile money-back guarantee. See your participating Ford dealer for limited warranty details and important rules of the money-back guarantee program. All right, how's everybody doing out there today? Let's see what we got here. All right, all right. There we go. All right, what's going on, everybody? Everybody's already in here waiting. All right, David E., what's going on? Truth, yes, knowledge in action is power. Jules. Yeah, I do live streams every once in a while. Hopefully, my audio is good, video is good. Broadcasting from the new Bad Wolf Den. Prof, what's going on? Peace, family. Peace to everybody else. What's going on, Ange? I see you out there. David E says, good evening, foreign nationals. Hello from California, Lexi, Sunchild. Hey, Bad Wolf. Hey, how you guys doing? Kristen, Ronnie, what's going on? I see you out there. Lisa, hey. New to the channel. Well, thank you. Veronica. Brian's waiting on his birth certificate from Virginia. Okay, doing it on the federal level. Jasmine. I already know what you're up to. Keisha, John P. All right, guys. So yeah, that's what's up. Everybody's jumping in. I will try to field a couple of questions if I can from anybody and whoever. As always, it's going to be kind of first come, first serve. So I definitely want to tell everybody we're doing fabulous when it comes to these processes. We only had a couple of people who, are only doing part of the procedures and expecting maximum results. Well, you guys have to do all of them. It took a long time to contract in with these people, so it's going to take some time to get out. So yes, Jasmine says Bad Wolf Gang. Yes, yes. Hello from Maryland, KTS Shorty. Thank you, Ange. I appreciate you. Let's see what else we got here. What are your thoughts on cryptos? Cryptos and all them things, that's going to be the future right there. I'm going to try to fix the lighting. So holy, 1 second. All right, there we go. Sorry, hopefully that's a little bit better. Cryptos are the future. All right, they're going to go away with all this cash money. Mark my words, it's already a done deal. So get all the crypto you can get. I mean, Bitcoin, that's going down right now. But see, you guys have to understand, they control these controlled crashes, and then all these things go back up. It's not like, can you say hello to Lisa for me? Hello, hello to Lisa from PLCIE. All right, how do I join as a channel member on mobile? You just go to my main YouTube channel, and then on the right hand side there should be a join button for at least the private area. Everything else is pretty much open and free. Can you give me full procedures on silver and gold stamps? I don't do that. Thank you, Stealth, for the coffee donation. Step by step for child support discharge. Well, I just made a video today on discharging. I'm not going to say that it's for that, but there are some merits you can use in there for that. Also, I do have a file I issue on the private side, so email me on that one, and we can talk about that. I won't do anything public with the child support. It's EDU only. Those people are interesting, we'll just say. Silver and gold. Oh yeah, silver and gold, same thing. See, they know what the real money is. Okay, that's gold and silver. So buy gold, buy silver. It always goes up in value. People sleep on silver. They think, oh, it's not gold. No, there you can buy gold. You can buy gold in you can buy it in the stocks. You can buy into the companies that produce it, the ones who refine it, the ones who gather it and then melt down scraps. You can buy those little cards that you can break off pieces and pay people in little pieces of gold. So get all the gold and silver you can. Doesn't hurt to put it in the bank, but I would get a safe and keep it somewhere in your house locked up, or heck, even in a wall or something. So gold and silver, no matter what happens, will always be the true currency. Don't let them fool you on any of that stuff. Tanya, my email's at the bottom there, jamesclovett@yahoo.com. It's on the bottom ticker. Hey, James, say hi to Lisa for me. Angelia says hi, Lisa. Lisa Anderson, Lexi Bell. Love the channel and the consultations. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you guys as well. Yes, Pastor of the Way and Fearless Floyd sent me your way. Okay, yeah, Fearless Floyd. Shane, thank you. Lisa, hey. Hey, hon, how are you doing? Buy gold that's minted before 1933. Yeah, the older the gold you can find, the more pure it is. If you have, not to be morbid, but if you have grandparents or anybody older than that, then definitely try to get in their will for that gold. Sorry, just keeping it business. That old gold is fire. It's pure. It's not as muddied as the newer stuff, and so definitely get your hands on old gold and old silver. I had an old gold necklace, and unfortunately, I had to sell it when I fell in hard times years back, and it made a lot of money, and it was because it was old gold, and I had no choice. So just keeping it real, everything, things happen to everybody, we'll just say. But anyway, it allowed me to pay my bills and to move forward to get to where I am. So in that, it is what it is. So, but definitely get your hands on old gold, old silver. How's the SS5 status update? So the SS5 is where you change your status with the Social Security Administration. Now, keep in mind that some of them have never done the procedure that we're doing. Okay, so some of them will lie and say there's nothing to it. Some of them might play games and not even enter it in. We've had that happen. I actually had to call the headquarters to verify that the status correction change did take place. And when I had somebody else do the same thing, they had told them that they didn't see any change that happened. So keep in mind, the lady I talked to said that this was like maybe two or 3 weeks after I had done mine. And at first it's like, oh, I don't see any changes. And she goes, oh, hold on. And she did something. And so a minute later, she's like, oh yeah, I did see you did some change, but I won't be able to see it fully until after 30 days. So I'll keep that in mind. Gold and silver certificates. I'm not real versed with that gold, but all I know is if it's got gold on it or a silver certificate, it's probably going to be worth some money. And the older it is, it's definitely going to be worth more. So I would say get those and sit on them. A lot of that stuff should be looked at as long term, unless you have to do like me and you have to just cash it in, do what you got to do. But I would definitely try to hold on to those. Should I do a business with a CPN or a foreign EIN? It's really up to you. CPN is a credit protection number. That can go in front of your social. I don't know about on the business side. I mean, I guess you could technically use it, The foreign EIN is supposed to be non-taxable, but you do have to check in with that at least once every 5 years. So if you're going to do normal business domestically, you try to do regularly, then just get a regular domestic EIN or a CPN. Foreign is if you want to stay more private. Stream is buggy. I apologize for the stream. It will be clearing up shortly, probably in 20 minutes. So if you can just hang through it for 20 minutes, it will be better. How can I connect directly with you on the process? I've started some things. Yeah, Tanya, if you want to talk privately, which obviously this wouldn't be the platform for it right now, go to Black Site 32 on the ticker down there and set up a consultation. Got a nice pre-1933 collection going. Yeah, yes, definitely. Hold on to that by all means. Don't tell anybody what you got. Lee says the stream's a little choppy. Yeah, sorry. It'll hold on. I'll see if I can try to fix it. All right. It's going to be a couple more minutes. I've got other things going on with my bandwidth because AT&T sucks and they won't let me get fiber at my house. So I apologize. Just try to give me like about 10 more minutes, maybe 15. Private member association, if you can get into one or create your own, yes, that is definitely better than an LLC because you're outside of their jurisdiction. Discharging the warranty. Oh, Lexi Bell, nice with that 1099. All right. I'm gonna have to talk to you on that one. You might be able to teach me something. Charlie, I see you out there. Martin, yes, you can do work a job with an EIN. It's the same thing as what you're doing now. James Williams, I see you out there. Appreciate you. Discharging the warranty. I did just make a video on discharging, so that'll be out soon. Look for that in the next week, maybe 2. And then as far as anything else, if you're having problems with them court-wise, you're going to have to take them to federal district court. Hold on. The 261 number, I think you mean 267 if you're talking about getting a 98 number. How would people be able to use gold when time comes to buy bread? Yeah, see, I mean, gold is only going to be good in those chaotic times if people are civil. Otherwise, in general, you need to have a little on you, a bow, a sword, a knife, whatever else, because you're going to have to get through that to get to the part where people are civil. It ain't like the system is going to break down and then everyone's like, oh, I hope you have gold. I'm here not to rob you, but to trade for gold. Ain't going to happen. People are going to be going ape. Okay, so you need to protect yourself. Don't even worry about the gold. I do recommend getting you a bigger deep freeze and having extra food in there. In general, it's good. And then if SHTF stuff hits the fan, you've got at least some stuff there. Child support ruled unconstitutional. Do you have 2 winning court cases that can be used for child support? For child support cases, yes, they have ruled that's unconstitutional. It's legal, okay, on the lower courts, but that's inside the 14th Amendment jurisdiction. So you got to take them to federal district court if you want to try to break that in the court avenue. Okay, yes, send me the email. How can one come off public assistance and obligations? If you need the public assistance, use them. My sister was on them. And, it just took her saving up, taking time, to get to that point in time where she didn't have to use them. I would suggest starting like your own small business, online. I mean, you can even type in like free affiliate services and or free affiliate marketing and start your little online business. Nothing happens overnight, for the most part. So start small, start with stuff, sell stuff that you don't need in your house, minimize your spending, get rid of stuff you don't need, and then keep it moving and just start a small business. Just do something that you're passionate about. I've completed my apostille for my birth certificate. Okay, so your apostille, remember, your birth certificate really should be authenticated. Some states will say it's authenticated, but they're really apostilling it. So the apostille is to bring it into the federal jurisdiction. The authentication brings it out. So make sure that you use the right country, a non-Hague, when you're doing that for your BC. Okay. Get yourself a piece to keep the peace, Kristen. Yep, she's actually in the audience, so she helps keep me grounded. So much love out to my lady out there. Just trying to be simple, no disrespect. Oh no, you cool, you cool. I don't take no disrespect. You know, I mean, even if somebody does disrespect me, I just block them or ignore it. So it ain't even like that. People just, you know, don't have. You know, some people, you know, they just rile people up, but for the most part, none of that stuff bothers me. I've been, you know, called everything in the book ever since I've been on YouTube and way before then. So questions are just questions. So you feel free to throw them. If I see them, I'm going to get to them. If they're smaller, I can get to them quicker and I'll try to answer them. You know, I'm fielding questions right now for 86 people. And so I'll see what I can do. Can you describe what it do if the public officers, officials refuse to file documents such as an affidavit? Okay, so Angel, if they don't do it, you've got a couple of options. One, go to the next county over. The next county, go to a slow county where there's not a lot of people. Go over there and file it there. It just has to be filed anywhere in any of the counties there. Okay. Two, you can inform the public officer that they took an oath to file and to protect the citizens of the United States. All right. So unless they can find something in your document that is illegal, they are required by law, and remind them that if they don't work with you, then you're going to go to the Attorney General for the state. All right. And the Secretary of State. You're going to file your complaint with them and tell them, before we can do that, I'm trying to do this with you peacefully, and if not, then we'll just escalate it up there. Will this live remain on your page? Yeah, it should. Okay, all right, they're starting to go a little quicker here. I'm going to apologize, they're jumping. What is the first and most important step to release myself from the 14th Amendment? Stop using the legal name. Start using your given name. Common law says you can create your own name and you start using it. So start switching over your electric bill, your cell phone bill, anything that you can, and then get away from that legal name to stop using it. Create your own ID. I'm actually working on, I got some of the stuff right now. I'm going to be creating IDs for people probably the next month, maybe 2 at the most, because we need to get away from those legal names. Those legal names were, our parents gave us a name. They were transmuted into a legal name, and that's what gave them jurisdiction over us as a federalized state employee. So that's one of the first things you need to do. Then start sending out affidavits. Richard Madison, hey, Wolf, can I get in? Yes, I'm not having people in just yet. Probably in about the next hour, so probably at 9 o'clock, I'll be able to bring 1 or 2 people in. No disrespect if I can't get you in. And if I bump somebody to bring somebody else in, part of my inner circle, that's just what it is. Please don't take any offense to it. If anybody does anything crazy or jazzy, of course, I'll have to block you. So please don't do anything wild, and don't share anything private, because this is the internet. Would it be better to authenticate in the federal level? It doesn't matter. When I came across this process years ago and everybody kind of took it and ran with it, we found out that you can do it on the county level, state level, and the federal. So there's 3 levels. You only really need it to be done on one. So if your state will do any one of these 3 or any one of these 2, do it. And if they won't do it, take it to the federal. Should we claim our fictitious name? You only want to claim it, Lisa, if you want to own it and you want to be able to control it. Like, for instance, if some agency is using it to attack you, you send them a revocation of signature and say, hey, I own that. I've got a common law copyright or a commercial copyright on it, and tell them to cease and desist, or otherwise you'll send them a fine for $5,000 for copyright infringement. That's what they would do to us. accept the value versus and then you'll be creating your own birth certificates. Yeah, you can create your own birth certificate. Most people will create their own, have like at least 2 witnesses sign it with you at the notary. Otherwise, you can use their own form, which is a DS-10. I would still get that notarized as well. Living man, yes, you can. Yeah, you can own it. I'm only giving you guys the pieces of the puzzle. You guys can operate how you want to operate. I own my strong man, so I have the right to say what he's going to do and what he's not going to do. But as far as me personally, I assume no physical nor financial obligations or responsibilities for it. So I do own him. So it is good to own it. But everybody has to move how you best see fit. I meant a pew pew piece. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Always. Yeah. Chitty chitty bang bang. You got to have one. Everybody. I recommend every man, woman to have one. And as soon as my son is old enough to, hold one of them bad boys, he's going to be on it too. Because a piece of paper don't stop, a murderer or whoever else from anything, especially if it's time where the SHTF stuff hits the fan. Yes, become the agent. Where do you file a common law copyright? A common law copyright is nothing more than you putting it out into the public. So according to the USPTO, United States Patent Trademark Office, and the state, you don't need them to do a copyright. So I recommend posting it. One, write everything up and have 2 or 3 copies. Mail one to yourself and never open it. And the other one, you're basically, as long as you're not giving away any trade secrets, post it anywhere online on a website. It can even be outside your house for 30 days. I know it sounds funny, but at least now you're at least able to say it's been posted into the public under a common law copyright. So once that's done, it's yours. That's it. So keep the one that you're going to use, the one that you got mailed, keep that one separate in case you have to go to court or something like that for it, and keep that one separate. I've already done this, and it's already worked and been fire. We don't own anything. Correct. The reasoning behind that is because everything that we buy right now, or we purchase with credit, if you will, because money is fiat, goes into the business trusts. So anything you've ever gotten with your all caps name, your cell phone, your house, your car, or whatever else, are all in that business trust, that public transmitting utility. It's a company. So until you transfer it out into your own private trust and don't use your same name, you don't own anything. As a matter of fact, most of the wealthy people will tell you, control everything and own nothing. Okay. Yeah. You don't have to use a notary. You can use 2 witnesses, the trifecta, you and then 2 other witnesses make 3. 3 is a perfection. Okay. Or you can use a notary, a public notary, or a notary public. Taking control of the trust. Yes, you can be. Yeah, you can be the beneficiary. You can be 2 of the 3. You can't be all 3 though. Yes, equity makes you the true owner. Yes, some county recorders' offices will accept. Some may act funny, which means you got to put them on notice that they're violating their oath. Yep, running it in the newspaper for 4 weeks. Coffee, 5-star passport, fire. We now know that the minimum is 3 that you want to have on there. And educational information only. I'm not going to say where or how we got certain information, but if you get 3, it means you did the process right, but it does mean you are still technically arrestable. 4 and 5 are the upper ones where they're not supposed to be able to, as long as you're not hurting anybody, from what we have gathered. But that doesn't mean that you are invulnerable, because they can still snatch that passport away from you because they're the ones who gave it to you. Kristen, I've never done all of those forms, so I don't want to tell you, you should or you shouldn't. Do we still get the Social Security benefits after we change? Yes. I did a video on that one, Coffee. The lady at the headquarters confirmed that whatever you've paid in there, you get, and if you stop paying, then you stop getting. But everything you've paid in, it will be yours. Yeah, property can't own anything. Yeah, if you're not in your correct status, you can't own nothing. The trust or the business trust owns it. 4-star. Yep, that's fire. That's fire. What if I run my affidavit in the newspaper? Yep, you can run the affidavit in the newspaper. I mean, I don't know if you want to put all of your business out there, and that's going to be expensive, but you can put it out. I would send it to all the heads of state, your chief of police, your sheriff, head sheriff, chief judge, attorney general, secretary of state, mayor. Yeah, I think that's it. Cash, yeah, you can go from 4 to 5. I don't now knowing what I know now, I don't know if it's really worth it to go from 4 to 5. I mean, to spend the money and time to do it, it's up to you. I've seen people do it with the explanatory statement. But if you have a 4, I mean, even when I started, I had 3. You know what I mean? And I didn't have any necessarily problems. I was still able to move, but I did redo mine to get 4. And so I'll be honest, like people have used my paperwork and got 5. I don't even have 5. Okay. That's also because I'm on the naughty list. Let's just say they don't like me and certain things that I apparently share with you guys. So they refuse to move me up right now. So I'm stuck. But when I reapply, I'll probably do it at that point and try to get the 5th one. Just because, but for right now, they're not playing with me, or I should say they are playing with me. If I purchase a vehicle, can I use a 1099A to settle? I haven't used a 1099A for that, but a 1099A means you want a recoupment back from your money you've already paid. I know some people have been claiming to use them to pay off things. I don't know. I have not personally done that, so I can't tell you that. I know a 1099C gives you a little bit of a recoupment back, up to 3 years back, but then you're canceling the deal. The problem is that when you cancel it, sometimes the lenders want to go after you because they want the vehicle physically back, even though they cheated you in certain aspects. Can a judge or administrator be the actual owner of the courthouse that they sit on? They're not supposed to, but remember, Destiny, that these judges are really magistrates, and they usually have their stuff signed off by a actual judge, which is fraud. And so they have stock and can be owners of those. So that's a conflict of interest. And if you can prove that or request that information, that's a conflict of interest, which means they have to recuse themselves and either close the case or find another judge to preside over that particular one and transfer it to him. Yes, we must go in peace. It's a process of correcting your status. Born in Washington. Washington, D.C. If you're born there, that's a little bit. I've done it at least 10 times now. That's something that we'll have to talk about in the private because they're a little touchy about that kind of stuff. But yes, we have done it. Parse, syntax, grammar, Jonathan. I'll be honest. I like the information on that. I like there's merit to it, but from my inside people, they've told me that judges have been straight laughing people out of the courtroom when they bring that up. So does it work? There is merit to it, but I haven't seen them fold on that information. A lot of this dealing with the courts is going to everything starts with jurisdiction. That's the first thing you got to learn how to challenge. I personally get it, but right now that has not seemed to be effective despite what people are saying. I only work with proof. I don't work off of stuff that, I need to see somebody actually win a court case or to take a document in, they sent it in, it gets stamped and it goes away, How do we find out how much we invested in our Social Security? You can just call them. You want to find out what's on your Social Security? They used to send me an update form on how much I had in there every year. I think I told them to stop, but contact the Social Security, either your local office or the headquarters, and they'll tell you how much you've got in there. When you do the e-verify, should you have your status corrected? You know, what's weird about that is that I did do my status correction first before I did the e-verify. Then I did the e-verify, but, and here's the thing, it then asked me what identifying information do I want to basically change the status on or declare. So I had my passport book and my card already done. And so I linked those through the my e-verify. Now, in general, when you go on there, it's just going to say, are you a U.S. citizen or are you a national of the United States? Okay, or a non-citizen national. So you can do that, but you probably should have your card or book already done. But hey, go for it. You know, sign up and see if you can link your driver's license to it. I'm new here. I'm just saying, try some stuff. You know, maybe make your own ID and try to enter it in there. I don't know. See what happens. Can't hurt. Can I just form 56 somebody? Fox, you can 56 anybody and appoint them. But you know, you want to educational information only. I've heard people do the Secretary of Treasury, and then send them all the stuff to have it paid. But as far as a regular person, I don't think they got no money, and they would have to have your name and social to access your trust, and they would have to know how to access the Sesicate trust. Tia, thank you very much. I appreciate all of you guys who love me, who like me, and even my, even though there's none right now, but the trolls and haters. I mean, they've actually been the ones bringing me a lot of people talking jet. I actually get this. I found a channel out there. This guy has 17 videos specifically about being negative against everything I'm talking about. That just goes to show that there's people out there who don't research the information that I show you where to find it. But in fact, they actually just feel some type of way. So if you see anybody out there using my information negative, hey, hit that report button for harassment and bullying and slander. Because apparently he had one channel already up about me, and you guys out there swung in and blew his stuff up, and they took down his YouTube channel. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for that. If the heads respond to our affidavits, does our statement still stand? Oh yeah. You don't, we are not their property. Okay. Once you know what's going on, that you have a birthright as a national of the United States, if they respond to you, keep the paperwork if you want, or trash it if it's negative. I only had one ever respond back to me. The IRS they will sometimes respond back, and they say things very crafty, okay, to try to get you to believe that you're still in it. And so will the DMV. So I wouldn't even bother sending it to those places. Use their forms if you deal with them. The rest of them, if they get back to you, that's fine. You're not asking for their permission. You're informing them that you are operating under the Constitution, and remind them, are you not part of the Union? Are you not part of the United States of America? Did your agency not give up some of its sovereignty to be part of the Union? Ergo, the Constitution and the Supreme Court are the highest laws in the land. Yeah, remind them of that if you want, or put that in your affidavit before you even send it. Cut them off at the pass. That's why not all affidavits are built the same. Like I said, I've never gotten anything directly back from my affidavit. I've challenged the DMV on some other stuff and the IRS, in which case they eventually go quiet because they can't beat what you send. So that's why not all affidavits are made the same. So always take new information and add it into your affidavit, but don't keep sending it out. Stack, 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 and then send it out when you feel like it's complete. Or just search until you find a good one, or just buy a really good one. Shaka, thank you. Peace, brother. All right. Oh yeah, Ray says hit the thumbs up button. I don't even know how this does it. It might go through my YouTube, and then it might be a thumbs up button on there. I don't even know. I just be getting on here. My boy A6 put me on with this. We send that monetized bill of exchange to what two departments? A bill of exchange. I've never done bills of exchange. Negotiable instruments in general cover all of that, but I've only sent mine to the CFO or the CEO of the departments. A lot of people send it right to the the normal bill pay. You can't use king or queen level stuff with low level functionaries. They don't know what that stuff is. David, I use David it's a mandatory requirement, consent to government before any act statute can be legally acted upon. Yep, court cases, Supreme Court, got to use those cases. Lisa, what about the QSIP number? QSIP number, yes, you can use the QSIP converter and find out what value that has on the TDA after. And guys, ever since we made the information on that, they have added layers and layers of protection. All right. They have these, they got a page up now. They're like, oh, those are all YouTube BS and whatever else. And I've read through their version of it. And let's just say educational information only. They are telling the truth. There are scammers out there, but they are not telling you how to properly do it. And they're carefully wording it. Okay. So there are versions of the information. And if you access it the wrong way, yes, those are scams. I will agree with them on that. But in doing it the right way, which I'm not going to even say I have not pulled mine, and I'm not going to, and I will not help anybody do it, because that money, that credit rather, is the straw man's. And if we're sitting here telling them we are not the straw man, we should not be trying to get the straw man's credit. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but that's just what it is. And these people are funny. I don't want to play. Don't play with Caesar's money or credit. Syntax error, avoid court. Yeah. As far as court cases, chosen by Yahweh, bro. Man, let me tell you, there's at least 3 trolls out there that have channels dedicated to me. I was bored and I was like, you know what? Let me look up my own information, see how it's trending, see if it's doing good. And I came across like 3 channels, Badwolf, James C. Lovett goes off the rails and guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm like, really? Okay. That's why I win court cases. Is that why, we've got proof of this information when we go right to Cornell Law EDU, right to the IRS website, right to the places. But you got to understand, some of these people are paid trolls and some are just, people that they believe that they are truly standing up for America, but they're fighting for the state of, and the state of is a privately held corporation. All of you guys can go to Dun and Bradstreet and type in state of whatever state you live in and see how they have a DUNS number. They are for profit. You can see who owns it. You can see that they opened up like 20 different agencies, state of whatever water, state of whatever electric, state of whatever gas. It's a business. It's all corporations. It's all. What's up, Bad Down Duval? What's going on? And see you in a minute. Private. I was considering the E-Verify first and then the passport. The only thing I can say is that for me, I got the passport first. And then I did it because they do ask you which for identification. And then on there, you basically can put in your passport number, and then you can run a check on it, and it like links that. So if you don't have anything, yeah, your file is open, but it somehow starts linking it when you link it inside of the account. So I've never done it with a driver's license or anything else, or a private one. So I don't even know if that works. I'll probably try to do that later. Driver, private. But for me, I can only do a private one because I don't drive. So I don't have that identification piece. That was all turned back into them and canceled. Okay. Yes, the American National, you can record through there. There's actually a website as well. I think it's called commonlaw.com or common law something, common law records online, where they're supposed to be over in England, and you can file your stuff with them. Okay. Well, you don't even really have to. I mean, you are the master of your own domain. You can, if you've taken charge of your given name, your last name is your nation. And for the record, everybody who's probably watching right now was born in the United States of America, which means you are Native American with whatever your indigenous ancestry is. So I'm Native American, but I have African ancestry, okay? And stop letting them call you blacks or whites or whatever else. Those aren't nationalities. Those are colors. And they have no rights and no benefits, or no rights and no freedoms. All benefits and privileges. Sorry, guys, it just jumped. Number of people just got skipped. I apologize. Deborah, the straw man, I made a video on that. I made like 2. But what is the given name? The given name is your name that you should have always been using. So just like my name is James C. Lovett, that's a legal name. Okay. My mom gave me that. It's a 3-part name. The state then transmuted it. So did the Social Security Administration into a legal name. Okay. They then took ownership of that legal name by giving it back to us in all caps and said, here you go. Well, that brought us into their jurisdiction. So my given name should have always been like James, say Charles of the family Lovett. Okay, that would be, so my given name is James Charles. My full name and title should be James Charles of the nation Lovetts, the Lovett Nation, the clan of Lovetts, the Lovett clan, the tribe Lovett, Lovett tribe. Any of those variations is your given name. That's what you should be using versus your legal name. You claim the legal name, then you are their legal property. That's why they're able to do whatever they want to do to you and for you. All state flags are copyrighted to Canada. Probably, I haven't seen that, but I mean, if you go down through the channels, everything that they did was incorporated through the state, and from the state through Washington, D.C., and D.C. all through, long live the Queen and all that good jazz. So it's people don't understand the ownership of these things. They're after the live birth authentication. What's next? Apostille, fan background thing. I just made a video on how to properly I think it was called how to change your status step by step, and all the things that we've done here that have been successful on my YouTube. So I would check that out. Information looks current official. I mean, yeah, everything I'm telling you guys is from stuff I've used, stuff that I find, and I show you where to pull the information. See, my thing is I'm not trying to necessarily teach. I'm just showing you what I've done and what I'm doing. And I'm guiding you guys to be your own bad wolves, because, what was it? Just like with Anonymous, if one of us just wears a mask, they can, come after, look at you and say, oh, well, you're doing this, and point you out. If we all wearing the bad wolf mask, then suddenly now we've got a voice that's louder than theirs. So, living man, yes, you are right. No need to address them. That's why I don't even bother. If they email me or whatever, I delete that. As soon as I see the first negative word. Beep. Speaking of which, I don't know what happened, but if I didn't respond to some of your emails or whatever else, it's only because my mail server was having problems for about a month. I wasn't getting a lot of notifications, so I apologize for that. My new one seems to be working fine. Not sure what happened, but I appreciate all the valuable information, gentlemen. Shabaka, appreciate. Hopefully I didn't slaughter your name, but thank you. What is the significance of authenticating your birth certificate? Chase, I did do a video on that one, but I'll throw that one at you real quick. Authenticating brings the birth certificate out of the federal jurisdiction. It changes they put a cover letter on there. And the reason why we have that process done is because when we were dealing with the Department of State, they were not accepting people's decision through the statements to make them a non-citizen U.S. national because of their birth data. So by changing the jurisdiction of your birth data, you now can apply for the non-citizen U.S. national status, okay? Because only the master copy with your baby feet print, the certificate of live birth, also authenticated on the county level, a notarized DS-10, or your own made birth certificate. But now what they're doing, because they watch my channel, okay? Hi guys at the Department of State. Hi, it's Badwolf. So, and the various other corporations. Hey guys, peace treaty, love the United States corporation. If you create your own, what they want now is for you to go to the vital statistics and get a letter of decline, meaning they don't have a file for you. And then once you have that, you create your own, put those together and send it in, and they'll get you your passport done correctly. Yes, if somebody can find David Wynn Miller's actual cases that he's won, documented and vetted, then yes, send it to me in my email. And then I will, I mean, I already have backed him and Russell J. Boole to a certain degree that I believe there's something there, but I want to see the actual cases. Living Man, first name, middle name, house. Yeah, see, I don't use the middle name. I combine it with what we call the first name, and that's just my name, you know. But yes, as long as you're not using the exact spelling of your legal name, then it's something that you have not submitted to them and they have no jurisdiction over. Yes, Angel, you can authenticate other documents. You can do your birth certificate, your death certificate, your wedding or marriage certificate, and I think there's one or two others. I will say it's wild that one of the viewers actually took my custom-made birth record of live birth and got it apostilled or apostilled rather, and they used it. They brought it into the federal jurisdiction and they accepted it. That was a new one for me. I learned some of these things from you guys. I mean, I'm not saying do anything crazy by no means. I'm just saying if you got some good tidbits, you're more than welcome to share. Driving is a privilege. Private men travel. Correct. Birth page in the family Bible works without any feedback. Also true. Yes, they cannot deny you because that is a religious declaration. James, if I do not live in America, can I still use American case law, or do I have to use case law in the UK? Well, in all honesty, the lower level case law, we're under the same long live the queen jurisdiction. So on the stuff on the lower stuff, yes. But if you're talking about case law, like on federal court level, no, it's not going to work there. So you have to use the lower stuff, not the higher stuff, because they have their own stuff in their own jurisdiction. So completely separate there. And commonwealths are still, they're either under the queen or they were under the queen, and now they're still cool with doing stuff that the queen kind of had in place. Okay. How long do you think before they start cracking down and making it even harder to complete the process? Well, the whole thing with that, Jonathan, is that they can never shut the door completely because of the Constitution. So one of the things they were trying to do was to get us to wage war and fight and start these fires. And thank you, Americans, for not giving them what they wanted, because they wanted to be able to have so many problems going on, so much ruckus, damage, and destruction, to which case they win and we don't, because then they can declare martial law and suspend our constitutional rights for a limited time. So that's why we always have to hold ourselves in honor. 13-digit number on the money order, does that have to be a certain number? That one I don't know, Kiss. I'm not sure on that one. That one's, I'm glad you guys know that I'm somewhat intelligent, but I do not know all of it. I'm still learning, and as you see by all these books over here, I have a lot more learning to do. But thank you for believing in me, but I'm not there yet. I don't know it all. Charlie, thanks. Biggest respects. Appreciate it. Hi, Joel. What's going on, inventor? Hi, James. In Japan, courts use bar liars, which are British accredited registry liars. Yep. Everything should be UCC as well, since registered. Yeah, all of them are registered with the UCC, which stands for the Uniform Commercial Code, which operates under UNIDROIT, which operates under the Vatican. Shock, I see ya. Yes, Angel. Would you recommend sending the original documents to all? No. Always keep your originals. Always keep your originals. Always send them copies. when I do my UCC one, would it be better if I put a lien by my LLC? You're talking about putting a lien on your own LLC, if that's what you mean. You can. I mean, it kind of protects you. Somebody might not want to give you a loan later on because that's there. So you might have to relieve yourself of the loan. And remember, guys, you can take off your own UCCs at any point in time. I had an investor when I used to own a daycare and a mortgage cleaning supply company. Two separate investors, but anyway, and she filed a lien on me without letting me know. And I don't know if I came across it or what happened, but anyway, I can take it off for free. So if anybody has a lien on you, zoop, take it off. Do you recommend purchasing Black Laws dictionaries? And if so, which edition? The first one I like. That's where all the crude stuff is. And then the last one is the 11th edition deluxe. I would recommend that one. Both of them I found for about $100 a piece, something like that. Recommend Amazon. If not, do a general search on Google. What do you use as travel insurance for your car? You can stand. If you want insurance on your car, the first thing you can do is Google. I hate to say it like this, but driving insurance for foreign nationals. All right. Otherwise, you can create your own promissory note or bond to have that. They can be then monetized through the banks. It does take longer, but there are numerous companies out there that will, provide insurance for that. And we have been under martial law. Yes. There's levels to it. We're not at the point where they can just absolutely shut down everything. So we are, but not at full capacity, we'll just say, or full power. The AAMVA is an American Administration of Motor Vehicle Association. They are actually who control all of it. Okay, so that might be a good spot to deal with them. Thank you, Uniquely Read. Avia, I see you. Facts, Mr. C. In Japan, my wife is a Japanese national and lower than a citizen. I look up national and it says no human rights, but we are not human, mankind. Okay, I'm using the first. Yeah, remember, law stands for land, air, and water jurisdiction. That's what the law means. Okay, and so we are nationals amongst us, but as of today, we're known as nationals of the United States or non-citizen U.S. nationals. They all have a different name for us. But if she's from Japan and comes here, she technically has, from their perspective, a lower status, but in all actuality, she's not in their jurisdiction, so she actually has a higher status. But in trying to become a citizen, that lowers her status, makes it even with the average U.S. citizen. So don't let them play word games with you. You got to know who you are. You claim to, but whatever they do over in Japan, that's on them. They're wild over there. Hey, Wolf, wouldn't all the statutes correction stats and take control of the trust applies? Anybody who has a birth certificate or were registered with the state. Remember, when you were born, your profile, your certificate of live birth was registered. So yeah, everybody has a trust. If they issue you any tickets or citations or courts or anything like that with a number on it, you've got a trust somewhere. If not, they created one based off that information and they're making money off of it because that's where they can discharge it to. Yep, create a bond. Yep, you can create your own bonds. There's companies out there that'll create a bond for you as well. Gold, I'm not sure about that one. I've never done that. Lyle, what's going on, Lyle? Get 6 because last version. Okay, yeah, no, I think I've got 1, I've got 11, and I think 5 or 6 was also a good one to have. I try to keep it simple. I don't want people spending too much money on it, but yeah, if you were going to have 3, the first one, the 5th or 6th, and then the 11th. But here's the thing. This is why the judge asked me to join them. The judge literally said, we would love to have you on our side. Okay. And so if you were battling me in court and you're using any of them but the 11th, I would just say, well, all of your arguments are null and void because all that stuff is outdated. Only certain things have never changed in the Black Laws Dictionary all the way up through the courts, through modern day. So do what you want to do. I'm just saying, I don't know about you guys, but yes, I had a judge ask me to basically join them and basically assist with defrauding people. Now, maybe I should have been a judge because then I definitely would have been doing things the right way. All right. Which would make me probably not so popular amongst their ranks. Badwolf for judge. What do you guys think? Or for president? I don't know. I would probably tell too many secrets. I don't know. I'd probably be worse than Trump. I don't know. Thirst for truth. What's going on? I see you out there. Carl just got off eBay. eBay is good too. Okay. Gold says see MCS-90 form for motor vehicle insurance. There you guys go. See, this is why I do this. This is gold right here. Not only is it gold, but it's gold. Let's see what you did there. So for those who want insurance, check out MCS-90 form. Also, if you go to the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration website, you can get you a commercial application from the Department of Transportation. Fill it out. The last option will say private travel. That will give you a number, a DOT number and a plate, and insurance will take that. Human is hue, man, and color of man. The hue, yes, you are correct. Human is how dogs say it to us. Humans. Badwolf, I would like to interview you for my school. The Lady Tech. I mean, sure. Hit me up through email. We can talk about something, see what's good. I'm not saying I'm a guru. I'm just saying I'm a man who's been through a lot of stuff. So I will share where and if I can. I purchased 11th edition from Amazon. Nice, Avia. Hit the like button by Indian Master Black Amor. Peace, brother. Mark Val Gilmore. I see you out there. Wolf, you should do more lives. I will. See, you guys are used to seeing me like this, and you can ask any of my people who really, like personally know me. I'm very private. I've got family members who don't know where I live. I'm not kidding. So I will try to do more lives. I'm still, even after all these years, getting used to being in front of the camera. That's one of the reasons why, like, you guys never really see me like focus like right at the camera and like that is because I never meant to come into the public. I always meant to stay private. And literally, if I had my way, if my son wasn't born, I wouldn't even be in this country. After learning all of this stuff, I just really wanted to leave, But now that I know what's going on, that America is still here within us in the Constitution, and my son, I was like, I'll stay. Yes, we do have insurance through the trust. I have not broken the code on how to access that. Educational information only. I heard the second set of numbers on the passport is the number for our insurance when we are abroad. I can't validate that. Educational information only. But the Social Security number itself is the access or the key to the trust. And so that really is our insurance. So educational entertainment information. I'm just saying that number is the write-off for all of our debts. So if you incur debt, you can authorize them to discharge it if they have your name and your social. That's all I'm saying. Save this live, Noble. All right, appreciate it. Lodge L. Lodge of God. I like it. Okay, we do a video about signing, autographing, endorsing. Yes, Destiny, I actually did a video on that already. Not with the $1, but I also talked about the stamp. Remember, guys, YouTube is not going to show you all of my videos. You have to go to my main YouTube channel, just James C. Lovett, all one word. When you go there, I now have a folder that says full video list. Okay, go to that, search through that one, or go to my YouTube, the same spot, search in the search bar, or YouTube will only show you like my top 50 videos, maybe 100. I think it's 50 or 75, something like that. When you get all the way down to the bottom, you have to click the view more videos, tiny little link, and then it'll propagate all the videos. Somebody was like, Wolf, I love your materials, but you only have like 75 videos. I'm like, 75? I've got 10 times that amount. I have 750 videos right now. So go there and search through all of that, especially before like sending me an email question. I probably already have it, already covered. If we send something certified mail, how can we use that number to hold them accountable? If we press from the, well, it depends on what you're doing and what you're sending, but holding them accountable, I mean, they're going to know that it was sent that way. I would put that same registered number inside the document. So you go to the post office, write that certified or registered number on that document, you know what I mean, and say registered, certified, whatever on there so that they know, because they may not be the ones signing for it. So I would put it in there so that they know that it's, trackable, hold them a little bit of accountability. Also, when you're doing your affidavits, put on their CC and send a copy to the Attorney General, okay, especially if it's something important. Bank certificates, no, I don't know too much about them. I don't like to play with the money and the credit too much. True story, I almost got into trouble doing some of that stuff. So I'm very hesitant to do anything financial, credit, bond wise, because that's where they catch you up in a commerce transaction and they will wax you. I see somebody talked about check out Eon, unless he changed his name. I think it's EEON YouTube channel. I've heard him speak very highly of me. I have no beef with the guy. Seems cool, lots of knowledge, little wacky like me. But even he says that some of the files and stuff that he has, he got, and so he doesn't take responsibility for them. So before you guys do any process, I don't care if you guys get certain files from me or whoever else, study the materials and do your research. Do not just trust a file, because there are agents out there who specifically will make files just to screw you over, because that's where courts get involved, and those things have to then be settled and discharged and dealt with. So be careful with that. Okay. I'm not going to mention any names, but I've actually heard some people out there with their own YouTube channels and somewhat private scenarios say that they are agents. Okay. So just be careful with that stuff. Does everyone in the world have a trust CUSIP number? Everybody who's under the crown, which means any place that, long live the queen, you're looking beautiful, you're aging very nicely, love, anywhere that's under there. So if the British crown owns you, you probably have a trust out there somewhere. So you talk about signing in blue, I've heard, red and purple. Red means that you were born on the land. Red represents the red land, okay, the rooty, the soil. And then the red also represents the blood of the living man, okay. Purple is, purple ink is divine. Gold is celestial or godly. So yeah, purple is royalty, gold is divine. Have you heard of Miss Jackson? Nope, other than the song. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Look up the laws of commerce. Definitely need to give 30 to 90 days notice for any major financial transaction. Yeah, there's a minimum of 30. It's supposed to be like 30, 30, and 30. Like you talk for 30, give them another 30 days to respond. And then the last 30 is supposed to be the right to cure before doing anything else for administrative process. And you can find more about that in the UCC book. Could my Japanese wife move to America? Yeah, just jump. Sorry. As an application you showed on your video said previous citizenship statuses are not considered of importance. Well, here's the thing. If she married you, okay, by the old laws, she is a national of the United States as well. Okay. So you marry a national, you become a national. There are some laws that support that. If you wanted more information, we can do a consultation in private. But that'll put you on a path. Where can you find a copy of the Corpus Juris Secundum, Volume 9? Check Amazon. If not, look at go on Google. They're usually pretty good at finding those books. There's books right now. There's a triangular book by Comte de Saint Germain. It's like a couple $100, and the originals are worth thousands, and I can't find those anywhere. They're all out of print. So some books just be like that. But contact your library. Believe it or not, go down to your library or call them or email them. If it is a registered book, either they have a copy you can borrow, or they might have some that they will sell or get rid of, or you might be able to go to the Library of Congress. They usually have to keep track of everything printed, or try to get at least the ISBN number on it. Search the name of the book and then ISBN number, and then go to the ISBN and see if they have a copy of it, or if they might be able to print you one. Can we challenge contracts without the 3 signatures? Yeah, if you have a contract, here's the bonus round. Any contract you have that doesn't have 2 signatures on there is a unilateral contract. That means that it's no meeting of minds between 2 living people. And if they didn't at least have somebody sign it themselves on behalf of the company, which is still not exactly truly binding, but more so than not, then I would definitely challenge that. It's a unilateral contract to start off with. So look up that. Also represents the red ruby slippers and the Wizard of Oz. Yes, there is that connection. People have chatted on that. Yes, you can challenge any contract. You're supposed to. You can challenge it for fraud. Fraud at any point in time can be challenged. You can send a ticket back to them within 72 hours with no contract. Yeah, because they're all contracts. See, they don't own you. Okay, slavery was abolished in the United States. Okay, so if they don't own you, how do they have jurisdiction to do anything to you? Agreements, verbal agreement, or contract. So anything that they give to you is a contract of some sorts, which means you have to rebut their contracts. And if a ticket is given to you, now keep in mind that a ticket is an offer, okay, and it's also considered a violation because you contracted with them, for the privilege to drive. And they claim that this binds you to paying the ticket for the infraction. So if you are put it this way, if you are a driver, you should pay the ticket because you've agreed to it. If you are a traveler, then you have removed your things, and then yes, then it becomes just a ticket, and you can refuse it with UCC 1-308 on there within 3 days. Within 3 days, you can break and cancel any contract, no questions asked. If you're a driver, though, some people have gotten away with that, but not all of them will play that game because the driver's license, the license plate, and the registration are all agreements that you said that you would hold yourself to pay those tickets and things. So, proceed with your own, you know, desires, we'll just say. Do you know anything about regarding all of our expenses paid for by the government? Yeah, look up UCC 1 dash, no, excuse me, Public Law 73-10, HJR 192, as far as all of our stuff being prepaid. She teaches you how to file 1099s. Yes, I've heard Supernova. I just have not had time to try that myself. And I have had nobody in my inner circle who have done the 1099A process successfully or has done it and told me and shown me proof. I only show information that I can validate. And then if I can't, I'll say, hey, I've invalidated this. But yeah, I mean, the 1099As are acquisition or abandonment. And the C's are for the cancellation. So there is merit there to doing it. I'm just not sure. I've actually been starting to hear people who've done those, and I don't know who they got it from or which way they did it, but have been coming up with cases, you know, for not doing them the right way, which is why, much like me and in chess, the king and queen always lets the pawns go first. So be careful when you're doing these processes. Call the IRS and ask them, hey, can I 1099 and do this to pay off this or whatever else? If they give you the approval, if not, then yeah, not everybody's your friend. As my mom said, God rest her soul, not everybody out there's your friend. I'm your friend because that's just my nature. I'm a friendly person unless pushed. Then then the wolf comes out. Thoughts on getting a DBA for straw man? Oh yeah, that's one of the ways you can control your straw man is by doing a DBA or filing for a copyright on it, commercial copyright, common law copyright, opening a business and registering the name. Yeah. Fraud vitiates all, no time limitations, bring that. Yes, Gold, you are exactly right. That is what it do. I was a driver driving a big truck going through Texas, and I got pulled over. It's almost traveling. So due to this, I let him know my intent, and he couldn't write a citation. Oh, that's fire. That's fire. See, there are some good cops out there. That's why everybody thinks that like I'm against cops. I'm not. I've got friends and family who are cops. Okay, I've done this process for federal agents, federal corrections officers, police officers, people who work in the White House, multimillionaires, people who do life coaches. I mean, you name it. I've done it. And I've been contacted by federal agents and various other people, and they verified the information, you know, so SOS going on here. Don Pennington, what's going on? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get to everybody, but it jumps, so I might miss one or two. Contracts and contract. If you want to know more about contracts, look up contract law. Okay, look up how to break contracts. I do talk about that a little bit more in the private. Okay, just jumped again, guys. Hold on, I'm trying to go back and get some. Do you do a doing business as with a 98 EIN? Oh yeah, that's what all of it is. I mean, you're doing business under that assumed name. You can file your name in doing a DBA, but even when you get the name, they ask you what is the name of the entity. That's doing business as. None of it's you. You're not doing the business. The entity is doing the business. The entity is your death mask. Okay, that's your doing business as. Okay, so the name you give the company is your doing business as. If you want to link it like to your person, you can, but I personally wouldn't. I wouldn't link it. I would use it as is. I wouldn't. Don't link anything to your straw man if possible. The word person may extend and be applied to body politic and corporations and to partnerships and other unincorporated associations. So unincorporated association, that's you doing business in the private. That's what unincorporated association means. Okay. I heard that you have to be a corporation to really have success with the 1090 9A and then C. Well, you already are a corporation. Your name in all capitalized letters on your Social Security, that's not you. That's your straw man name. That is your nom de guerre, your war name, your business trust, your public transmitting utility. That is the corporation. Their jurisdiction cannot interface with the living. So I'm trying to tell you guys, everything they do is about dead bodies on the water. Look up the Sestake Act of 1666 and read that when you've got time. It's all about dead bodies on the water and vessels. That's why your tombstone, your vessels, your ships, your name in all caps on your birth certificate, on your driver's license, those are dead names. That's why it's on your tombstone. That is your death name. That's the name that you put on like a dead entity to operate in their dead world, because they can't control the living you, because the living you is operating under God's universal law, your religious law, your faith law, your ecclesiastical law and claims, your and then the Constitution. Okay, and then that's also if you don't have your own nation using your last name. Is there a Discord group or something that everyone is in with you? I mean, I belong to various groups on Facebook and whatever else. So, yes, I'm in other groups, kind of all over. I really don't specialize in, I guess, my own. There's some that I'm in with other people on Telegram and, like I said, Facebook. I like to just kind of sit back and watch and learn, just like you guys learn from me. I'm learning from other people too. Even if some of it is wrong or bogus, I'll still watch. I'll try to correct things and then try to help them out doing some of the stuff the right way. If I don't know it, then yeah, I'm just trying to learn. Do you have to authorize to discharge a debt? Oh yeah. If not, they're assuming you're not paying it, and then they're going to eventually discharge it anyway, but it's going to be against you because you didn't authorize the debt to be discharged. If you're authorizing somebody to do something, you're informing them and you're letting them know that go ahead and get the money or get the credit out of the account. If they do it, now it's a negative thing on your credit. Okay, just jumped again. Hold on. A guy named Chris Hauser will tell all about 1099 and how it supposedly works. Yeah, I've heard. I've got no beef with Chris Hauser. I haven't seen substantial evidence, even from him, that it is solid and that you can just buy anything you want with those. I have seen people use them to cancel debt and to get back 3 years of up to 30% of whatever they've paid on something already. I'm just waiting for the rest of it to, it come through. If it comes through, great. But like I said, I've also seen people confirm cases where people are now having to go to, they've got court cases because of doing them the wrong way. So I don't know if his process or any of their processes are solid as of yet. I'm still gathering the data. You guys have to remember, I've been doing this for 20 years. Okay, so the stuff I'm bringing you, I've done most of this years ago, and I can vet that it works. So some of that new stuff, I'm still learning, and I'm not giving it to you the way other people have done it. I'm giving it from the way I've done it. I know that works, and hopefully these other ways work. It'd be great. But I'm going to sit back until I know for sure. I'm not going first. I'm not walking across the landmine. I know how these people play. Can you change status with just a passport? Yes. Lyle says Tombstone is closing the ledger. Yes. Anthony, what happens when the EIN does not work to get the state passport due to child support? That we'll have to talk about in the private. I don't mess with the child support people in the public. Those people play dirty. So yeah, hit me up for a consultation. I'll give you some educational information on things that other individuals have used that has been proven to be quite beneficial to them. Any books you recommend to know all of this? It's so deep. Brandon, and I recommend for everybody, I have vetted as much of this person's book and information that I can. I have not been able, I found things for it and things against it. But one of the gems that I used years ago to get started, and then I just kind of did my own thing based off of some of that information after having vetted a lot of it, is look up Judge Dale, and then type in .pdf, judgedale.pdf on Google, and go to images or whatever else and download that. There's a lot of information in there. Otherwise, David E. Robinson puts out a lot of good information. Anna Von Reitz puts out some information. She has a structure there. I've heard good and bad about her, but people say the same thing about me. The only thing I don't like about that is that she wants to bring everybody underneath her. And I get it. Somebody has to run that nation. Whereas I want you guys to run your own nations, learn this information and operate for yourself. I don't want to go from underneath the United States underneath her or anybody. No disrespect to her. That's just how I am. The forefathers of our country wanted us to run this nation as a nation your nation. So a nation of nations, okay, underneath, the Constitution. That's where it's always supposed to be. Let's see. Okay. How hard is it to become a sovereign in this nation? I don't really like the word sovereign, but I know, independent private person is more of a way for me. The moment you know what's going on, you are free. And then from there, you just start using, your affidavits, your given name. Stop using the legal name as much as possible. Mainly for the process of becoming a U.S. national. Pros and cons. Well, the only pros and cons really is that if you become a straight U.S. national or a non-citizen national or a state national or a non-citizen of the United States, all those are the same thing. They use different names to try to confuse us. The only real thing is if you become straight that and you renounce everything, the downside would be you don't get the benefits. Like I didn't get the stimulus. I didn't get none of the extra money, the bonus on the check, the free check. I didn't get none of that. Okay. I told them I renounced. So they didn't send nothing. I didn't get a notification, not a letter, not a hug, not a lick on the hand and a reach around. Nothing. Okay. Nothing. You're also then supposed to not be able to vote for the president. Okay. Other than that, there's really no other downsides to me. Those might be downsides to some people. Not necessarily to me, but if you don't renounce, then you can still do all those things. So then you're walking both, jurisdictions as you see fit. Okay, appreciate you giving out quality information. Hey, thank you, Worldwide. Appreciate you as well. I know some of you guys have other, YouTube channels. You're more than welcome to, use my information for the positive. And if you want to throw out a shout out to me and my channel, I would appreciate it. I'll do the same on yours if you let me know. And some people have had me on their channels. And yes, I do other channels at times. I do paid seminars, and I do private Zooms for X amount of people. I'm just starting to get into that for people. So price wise, most of that, I mean, if it's a little quick something on your channel, hey, I'll pop in or whatever. Yeah, sure. Not a problem. I don't do debating with, lawyers or members of this and that and groups. I'm not here to argue or whatever else, peaceful stuff. So sovereign is a general term. We're all inherently sovereign. Yeah, it's true. We are sovereign. I don't like the term sovereign citizen. It's an oxymoron. So I try to stay away from that word because cops all are told behind closed doors that anybody who uses the word sovereign in any way, shape, form, or fashion means sovereign citizen, which means a domestic terrorist. And so that is not what we are. We are cops. When we are doing what we're doing, we are foreign nationals to them. So consumer is my status, consumer rights. Yes, that's that's good question, Brand. Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep up. It's only one of me, and we almost got 200 people. They are not happy that I have spoken out about the corruption, and there is no order stating that I can't speak about the case. So they are ready to take my rights over first rights and can't get no help at all. So Lacey, one of the first things you're gonna have to do, hey Andrea, is you're gonna either have to take them in that situation with, you don't ask for their permission, you take them to federal district court. Okay, that's where you're gonna get some remedy. You can go after them with a federal tort. You can send your information written up, your whole entire case to the United States Attorney General, appoint him trustee over your matter, and have them deal with it. I'm actually in the process. I've already got one thing sent off to him, and we'll send about 2 or 3 others, because that's what they do. And I call this my throwing the rock as high as possible. Okay, so those are the places where you're going to get remedy. You're not going to get any remedy in the lower courts, period. Unless you find a really cool judge. Really cool. Lace, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you out there. What about renting a car without a license? Some places will take your passport. Some places will take what you can do is, if you still have a license and you're going to get rid of it, apply for a world driver's license, and you can use that. Or you can, some people say that the world passport will also work. Otherwise, you'll have to get some type of license. You can also call around and ask if they accept foreign nationals in their passports to rent a car. Some places will do it, some won't. Some you'll have to talk to a manager or somebody above them. If you talk to low-level functionaries, they're not going to know what you're talking about. You guys have to remember, 99% of it, there's only in the United States there's less than 1% of American nationals who know their status. 1%. That means 99% of everybody's days, including most police officers, they don't know the stuff. But there are some out there. Matter of fact, I won't mention her name. Very nice-looking black lady. Which I didn't think she was a cop. I mean, not that beautiful women can't be cops. That's not what I'm saying. But she was in one of the seminars, and she knows about this information, and the other cops who I've done this process. So there are some out there, but there's more who don't know than know. Okay. Do you give up your driver's license? I'm a UPS driver, and okay. So Brandon, you can do right to travel in your personal vehicle, but not in your work vehicle. Okay, I'm still working on some ins and outs with that. But if you're making money on the road with your vehicle that is considered commerce and commercial, there is supposed to be a way to do that in the private. But even if you do it in the private for yourself or whatever, most corporations are bound by statutes that if you do it through them, you have to have a commercial CDL. So you can do it privately in your personal conveyance, but not for your CDL. And I've done hundreds at this point of people with their CDL stuff. So don't forget, individual is defined as an employee of the U.S. government. Also true. Dia Dash, hey, how you doing, lady? Okay. Ah, 45,000 nationals and 40,000 bar members. Oh yeah, there's more of us than there are them. We let's just say educational entertainment purposes, if we were all on the same page, say double our numbers, say 2%, and we could come together, let's just say there's a lot of things that we could change. Problem is, I have to get you guys to know this information, and then you guys got to start sharing it. I don't plan to do this stuff forever. Okay. I'm gonna run this out for X amount of years, and then you guys have to learn this so that you guys can be other wolves out there. Because the only way we can, let's just say, make our America better, okay, back to its former glory, is by waking everybody up and sharing this info. I can't do it by myself. I was never even intending to do it. All right. But when I started seeing people putting out crap information, I had to, jump in on this. So I see people asking about Telegram groups. Yeah, if you guys have a group that you guys are in and it's not like, all spammy and crap, share your groups on here. This is why I have the chat running. Okay. People ask, why do I have the chat down on my YouTube channel? Because I'm tired. I don't deal with trolls. I don't deal with the spam. I don't deal with the bots. None of that stuff. I'm here to present information. What you do with it is up to you. Though the community section is still open, I can kind of feel that one. But yeah, if you guys want to share your YouTube channels, you want to share your Facebook pages, you want to share your Telegram groups to help each other out, by all means, put those in the comments and holler at each other. This is why I'm here, to help bring good people together so that we can move forward. But beware of trolls and stuff like that. Some people will be in groups and they'll lead the group a certain way, and then all of a sudden they'll switch it up on you. So be careful of the brainwashing. All right. I am new and very interested. Thank you, Candace. So Candace, you're welcome. Appreciate you for being here. Can you explain de jure? De jure just means legit, real, the true power. Like a de jure king means you might be running things, but if I'm the de jure king, I'm the real one who's supposed to be there. I'm just not getting my dues or my time in place. So when they say de jure government, we have a federal government. We don't have an American government right now. They're operating as trustees for everything over us. Conditional acceptance, the postal rule, I'm not familiar with that. Conditional acceptance is where you accept a ticket or a court case or an offer, but it's on these terms. So you're negotiating. So they want to send you a ticket. Okay, I conditionally accept me going into court and your tickets if you understand my conditional offer is that I will accept it, but I charge $500 an hour. And if I come in there, it's a special appearance and I waive none of my rights and stuff like that. Hi, just arriving. Missed the answer for the postal employee using the WABN. I didn't even see that one. The A6. What's going on, brother? You must be done with your workout. Let me know. Text me if you're trying to get in. I'll open it up. I see you. Hey, throw out shout outs to my boy A6. Matter of fact, I'm going to plug him right now. For those people who are not on my guy A6's channel, he's in the chat right now under A-6_grind time. That is him on YouTube. He's helped me out with a lot of stuff. This man backs up the wolf, and so I back up people who back me up. So jump on his channel, subscribe to him. He is fire. Let's see. Possible negative of being a state national. There really isn't any negatives. There's no true negatives. You don't lose anything. You're back under the Constitution, which is the supreme power of the land. How do we reestablish who the trustee is over us? Ask like that. I don't have a direct answer. I guess for me, it's more so removing yourself from those things. See, we were supposed to do what's known as the age of the majority, which I guess is how we become the trustee over it. Some people say it's better to be the trustee. Some people say it's better to be the beneficiary. So it really depends on, I guess, what you're trying to get out of it. But yes, yeah, you guys can say shout outs to other people on here. This ain't the only Badwolf show. Like, no one say hi to A6. No, yeah, say hi to him. Say hi to each other. Share knowledge. You guys got something? Hey, share it on here. I don't care. This is what it's for. I do this for you guys. I don't do it for me. This is for you guys. Well, I guess let me say this correctly. It's for you guys to communicate and you guys to me to answer some questions. Because I know some people out there can't afford a consultation, and I do answer 1 or 2 emails, but I can't answer all of them for free. My girlfriend, looks at me all crazy, if I'm sitting here for hours and not paying her no attention. So when registering the name of the DBA, are you change the, what happened? I lost it. Registering all caps. Anytime you see the word registering instead of recording, yes, you are giving them a level of jurisdiction over something. You're controlling it, but you're bringing them into your affair. That's what a license is. That's what, your marriage license, your birth certificate, all those things. Alan says, buy XRP and retire. Yeah, I got some money in XRP. David E. Hi, hey, James. Hey, thank you, thank you, David. Appreciate that. Dia, I hear that. Take care of your girl. Yes. Born Love, Peace, Badwolf. Thanks for the knowledge. Yes. A lot of people hit me up, daily, thanking me for the knowledge and how it's worked for them, how it's changed their life. Some people have had hiccups because you guys have to understand the beast, the DC beast, as Yusuf El calls it, is always most fierce before its final days. Okay. So they know that this system cannot maintain. Rome fell, and it was the greatest nation ever, and so will the federal government to some degree. I'm not wishing it. I'm not saying we're here to do that. I'm just saying that that what they're doing is not sustainable, and change will happen. And these are the pieces, the first beginning torches of light that we'll just say aid in lighting the way for wherever we're headed. Will a court or judge admit case sensitivity info? They know what it is, but you almost have to back them in a corner. Okay. There was a guy by the name of McDonald. I can't think of his name, but he put out a lot of information on this, and you have to back them in a corner. So you would almost have to send them a writ and say, to the state, like, when I open a business and the business name comes in all capitalizations, that does indicate that this is a business, correct? Well, yes, it does. Okay. Then you go to the court. Hey, just so you know, my name on these tickets. All right. Greetings, everybody. Happy for the Badwolf, Hair Slayer. Lots of information, sleepless nights, and raising my. Thank you for the. Yep. Hey, if you guys have a legit business and you want to, just put a little blurb on here, go ahead. I have no problem with you guys sharing your YouTube channel, briefly what it's about, or your business. I mean, not everybody's going to be, in your state, but feel free to just, pop that in there, say hello from wherever you are. Badwolf A6 are all about freedom, people. They will help you. They helped me. Don't be afraid to throw $1 to their way to show love and love for the research. Thirst for Truth, thank you. You're always a big supporter. Thank you. Hello, James. I have claimed my national. Brett Thompson. Yes. Yeah. See, we all have it. We all have this side. So there's my boy. Is that Yusuf El? There, I think he just popped in there. Let me tell you, Yusuf El, man, thank you for your information as well. Between you and Colonel Von Wilson of Copper Moonshine Stills, and a couple other private nationals, these guys are the ones that helped me. So definitely go and check out Yusuf El's channel. We're on. I actually friended him on Facebook, so definitely check out Yusuf El. He's got a lot of information. The guy's got a heart of gold. He knows his stuff. He be slanging them F words and F bombs and stuff around there. And sometimes my boy be sounding disgruntled, but he does have a lot of good information. And he's definitely one to help put me on. So support him, support A6's channel as well. We're lighting the way. Okay. All of us, including you guys now listening right now, are on the edge of the razor blade, and we are, different Yusuf El. Okay. We'll still support the other Yusuf El as well. We're lighting the way, but we need you guys to pick up torches as well and start learning this. Teach your kids, put it on Facebook, put it on TikTok, share my links, share, whoever, and, get the information out there. All right. But try to vet the information. Don't just share some garbage, because that's what they want to do. They want to muddy up the water, with crap, because that's their biggest weapons are crap, confusion, acquiescence, which is quiet, or tiring you out. Those are their weapons to destroy you. So you have to just sit back, take a breath, work on some other stuff, and then hit the line again when you've got more energy. Okay, because they want to tire you out and confuse you, so don't let them do it. Do I have to dissolve my business once I take ownership of the strawman? No. No. You can have 20 different businesses. Hair Slayer, you can run all of them. I have multiple businesses right now. Yeah, Yusufel is yeah, he knows his stuff. He's pretty good. Like I said, he helped put me on. Peace to the gods, Sky Dweller. Gold runs A6, Wolf, laughing a lot. Damn, it's a movie. Yeah, what's up? Let me see if I got a message from A6 yet. Nope, he must be doing something. I did get one from my lady. She says, nice live. Thank you, darling. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Let's see. I need your help becoming a non-citizen national. How do I get service? Letharion. Go to right here. Boom. blacksite32.com. You can get information. You can get free files. You can set up a consultation if you need it. Otherwise, I try to give you guys a lot for free. I just try to take a little bit so that I can keep my lights on and keep doing this, because without you guys, I can't do it, without some donations and help. Can postal employees complete the W-8? No, the problem is because when you are an actual federal employee, this is also what I had to tell the lady police officer. By their statutes, you are in fact a 14th Amendment U.S. citizen. See, we can get away with it because we were duped into it. But once you are a actual state or federal employee, you guys are the ones who are supposed to pay taxes. So can't with those jobs, but once you quit or whatever else, then you can. Now, maybe they've changed something, but that's the last I know of since learning that particular information. Can you discharge $100 million in debt? Just curious. Well, I have complete education. You are supposed to be able to do that. Yes. You're supposed to be able to discharge almost any amount. That might be a lot. But I've heard people say that they've done it after doing the UCC process by filing $100 million UCC lien and then using that to discharge things. Some people have done not quite that amount, but high amounts through their social. But I can't validate the 100 million in discharge. But let's just say there's more than that amount that I know for sure. Let me say this correctly. I don't want to get in any trouble. I've come to the understanding that we're supposed to be able to discharge up to $1 million a year in debt, which means we already have it. I've been told that by another source, actually from my state, that they got to look at our worth, and through certain means, this person has very high clearance. That's all I'm going to say. And he viewed his own, and he was worth about 400 million. And when he did the authentication process, okay, he said 200 million went missing. He doesn't know where it went. Now, I haven't checked any of my stuff, but remember, I did show you guys how to check the bonds for educational information. Don't ask. I'm not going to take anything further than that. I made the videos. And there is the GMEI utility website, which does have information on there. And no, I'm sorry, I can't share people's contact information. Matter of fact, even when I do a consultation, I delete your numbers and keep it private. So I keep everything private. I share what I can share, and I don't go into people's names and details. So, Badwolf, what do you think about getting the world citizenship? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I created my own micronation, and that is a world citizenship. It's a nationality. Your last name is a nation of people located all around the world. You've just never claimed it. So, thank you, Dia, for the sweet of her, 100%. Yeah, she's pretty fire. she's all into this information. So Lisa, she wants to learn this. She's learning it, and she's actually starting to be able to use some of this. We're just going to say. And so you should have somebody who supports you in your endeavors. So as she supports me, I support her. And okay, A6 said send a letter with the law, and if I don't get a response, default on them. Is that what you would do? Yeah. They have 30 days. Okay, give them 30 days. Notify them they didn't have 30 days to respond. If they don't respond at 30 days, you send them a notice of right to cure and default. And after that 30 days, you send them a letter and a bill. You failed. You didn't do this. Here's your bill. That's what they do to us. Same thing we can do them. It's just business. Born Love wants to set up a consultation. Hit blacksite32.com. Days book up really fast. So first in is first out. And I try to go through them as soon as possible. I pack up my days with doing these, trying to help. But even me, I get tired. You know what I mean? So, but usually it's not more than 5 days to a week. So right now, I think I've got about probably 3 days, maybe 4 days out, depending on some people cancel. That's why I always have people pay first, because that whole setting up consultations and then nobody shows up. I was like, yeah, no more of that. I noticed every time I went to jail, my worth on bond went up exponentially. See, man, I can't give everything away in the public, but yes, because they write the court case has a number. That number has a bond value. Okay, going to jail has a value. Signing those documents have a value. Everything that they do has a value. That's why they number it, to track it. Okay, so that's also one of the reasons why they like to put people in jail or prison, is because there's value there. So all I can say is that, yes, you're on the right path. The government doesn't own your family. I'm talking about the surname. They own the transmuted version of it. Okay, there's a difference between the given name and the legal name. They own the legal name. Taryn says C31 CFR 363-0.6 for definition of minor. Yes, and learning about your minor and major accounts. You guys need to look that stuff up. Non-Hague means non-federal, and Taiwan and Egypt for the birth certificate authentication. Yes, Sharon. Yes, correct. My husband is learning too. It took him a while. Yeah, this is hard. I lost friends. I lost family. Trying to teach them this stuff. It's hard. You're effing with people's reality. Nobody wants somebody to go inside them and pull out their soul. Okay. Well, maybe there are some weird people out there. But in general, you're playing with what people have come to build their foundation of their life on. But it's the matrix. It was based on fraud. Okay. So it takes people a while to, let this sink in. It's not for everybody. Got to do a lawful money redemption. I actually did a video on that. Yeah, there's a video on I did on YouTube. So check me out on that one. Go to my main James C. Lovett. I don't have my YouTube up on that one. Where's my banners? You changed the banner here. Which one are we on now? That one, Black Site and PayPal, merchandise and apparel. Okay, so that's my spread shop and it's my YouTube. Switch that one up. All right. Hello, Badwolf. Who was that from? Tim H. What's going on? Mum. Okay. All right, Miller. James, can you say hi to my son, only 5 years old? His name is Matisse. He's watching. Hey, Matisse. This is James the Bad Wolf. How are you? My son is 7. So he's learning about this stuff too, although he mostly likes to watch what is that? YouTube's I don't know, some little Asian kids playing video games, but you're never too young to learn. All right. Well, that's what my bond is, over 56 billion. Yeah. You guys are really trying to drag me into that area. Yes, they see your straw man is a business trust. They transmute, they change. Transmute means to change your name, your given name, into a legal name, because that's what they own. And now they gave you a business. That business has bonds and credits and all this stuff that they stack on there. Now, the lower areas will just say, will access certain money to discharge things against it, pull the credit. Some things will take them 3 years because they'll say after 3 years, it was abandoned. But they never get the big money on there. We actually usually end up leaving it on there. And I'll be honest, I don't even know how to pull all of that stuff. If I did, I would be on a live from a huge yacht sitting in the middle of on a island with water and half of you guys there. But the people on top who run things, they're the ones who like to see the money sitting there, or the illusion of money. It's all really illusions. It's not really actually money. It's credit. So it has power, but it has power by illusion. All right. To magi. All right. I had the values printed out when I went to court. It was quite the time. I won quickly and recouping that. Yes, there are ways. I'll be honest, I have not used that info in court. I've used other stuff in court to win. I've not used that. I have a lot. So feel free, if you have a court case that you've won by using this information and you want to share it with me in the private, email me and just say, hey, from the live the other night, I want to share how I won my case. I would love to have that information. That's why I say you guys are my fellow wolves out there, because I learned from you guys. All right. And if you have any files that can go along with it, you can blur out your private information. Otherwise, I will never share your information. People have sent me all kinds of things. I ignore it. I delete it. My hand to God, I will never use any of it. I don't care if you're a billionaire. I'm not going to use your stuff. I don't get down that way. I don't play that kind of stuff. But blur it out just for your own, whatever, but I won't use it. No, I'll never touch that stuff. I've been to jail 18 times. Well, that's probably why you have a large set of bonds, because they like it. And I hate to say this, but especially for my people of color, a lot of them don't know this information. So they like to have us in there, because we'll just say more people who are of the lighter shade know enough to prevent a lot of that from happening. But in general, they get everybody. So don't think it's just one or the other. It's just typically it's easier, unfortunately, to pick on people of color because they don't have lawyers to go in there. Then we ain't got lawyer money. You know what I mean? Like something like that. We got something like Big Mama Pass. We got to get them. Let's get the money together to get that 10 grand to get Big Mama buried. Whereas a lot of other people, have money or insurance policies or whatever, this, that, and the other to pay for that. So they don't want to play with them. Matter of fact, the cop said it straight out. He said his chief of police or commanding officer told him, go primarily after people of color. If you set up a consultation, just make sure you check the time zones. Yes. If anybody sets up a consultation with me, understand this. It will always be in Central. I've been converting from other people's time zones around the world, and I am not great at it. So I'm sorry, but it's going to be in Central. CST. I'm fighting 2 fraudulent cases now. All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you did it, or hopefully you didn't do any fraud. Hopefully it's fraud against you. So that's good. If you did it, I can't help you on that one. But I mean, there are some things in the private we could discuss, but no video games allowed here. Yeah, I try to minimize it, but he's really into them. And I started him off as a baby. He would sit next to me watching him. So that's just we have outside time too, but I do allow him to be balanced. But I also, if you can't hear it now, I also listen to like Mozart when I'm in an educational state of mind. And so he actually asks to listen to, he calls it sleepy music. So I'll play it. So I try to balance out everything with them. Edward H says, peace, Wolf. What should one do if they file Chapter 7, but now understand you can discharge your items? I had one judge tell me, well, not me personally, a client, he goes, I don't know why you guys are coming to us to file bankruptcy when you guys can discharge this stuff yourself. And then when all the other people came back into the room, he shut up and kind of did his own thing. So if you've already filed and it hasn't gone through, I mean, you can still discharge things. But even if it does go through, and I know how this goes, say it does screw up your credit and whatever else, I've got some moves for you. We'll just say. So you're not out. Read your state constitution, your state's constitution, get one before 1933. All right, there you go. I've written probably 30 bar grievances. Yep. Complain against the bar, BAR, the bar where all of them work. Same for the British Accredited Registry. So file a grievance with the bar. You can even file one in the American bar, file one with the main bar over in England, Britain. Contact the chief judge, because the chief judge is the real judge. So file a grievance there, or have them look into your matter. You got something going on in the lower court, the judge or whatever, they're biased, they want to work with you. Contact the chief judge and the attorney general. Aren't all state constitutions municipal? It's all municipal. They're all unless they operate truly under the republic, which I don't think almost any of them do at this point. You really have to be built. Yeah, you have to be built for this. This stuff ain't easy. Should I put the bar on my criminal complaint? I would. They're perpetrating the fraud. I mean, they're co-conspirators. That's a RICO, if you ask me. Which Yusuf L? Too many on Facebook. He's the real one. I just yeah. Now there probably are too many fake ones on there. Crap. I don't even know how to. I don't even know if he wants me sharing his Facebook on there. I would just say keep looking, and then type in like high frequency radio. Okay, that's one of his channels. So that'll help you narrow it down. I don't know if he wants me to get out the personal one, but that'll get you in the ballpark to narrow it down a little bit better. I appreciate all the hard work that you're doing. Yep, high frequency radio. Yeah, I believe that's the one. This be authority. I have 521. Little man is he's stoked and embarrassed. Oh, don't be embarrassed. It's okay. We're all friends here. He's learning almost as fast as his father, by the way. Have you paid for your own things once a year using the treasury? I'm in the process of waiting to hear back from them as far as discharging my domicile. So that has been since end of November, beginning of December. Now, I do have a video coming out soon on the discharge methods, educational information only. Right now, because everybody's doing these processes, you're looking at probably about a year before hearing anything. So when we used to do the discharges years and years and years ago, they went through within 30 days and definitely no more than 45 or 60 days. Now, I'm not even hearing back from these people for one was a year and one was a year and a half. So if you do try to discharge these ways and whatever else, you may not get to hear back from them in a while. Yes. Dash says we were all waiting for some things. Yeah. Yep. It took me a year and a half to get money back from a website that scammed me when I was buying something. And I filed a complaint with the FBI and somewhere else. But yeah, sure enough, they sent me a check back. It's only like $150, but still yet, you know what I mean? Has anybody ever done any research or has done a search for the British Accredited Registry? I haven't. New ideas coming forth daily. Yes. Okay. Joshua Green says, "Hey, Wolfpack." And oh, snap. Sorry if I missed a couple guys. Wolf, what do you know about private banking? I know that there is a legit way that the banks are supposed to open up accounts where it is truly private. I have not done it. I've read books on opening up your own bank. Remember, we are, in fact, the creditors. Okay. We are the banks ourselves. Banks don't loan money or credit. They extend it, and we are the ones who have provided it for them. Does gold standard coming up change things? I highly doubt we'll ever be back on the gold standard. Gold is going to be such a luxury to have that it's going to just always increase in value. Should you continue to pay while in the process of discharging? Oh yeah. Yeah, I found that out the hard way. They don't care about your process. If they don't have cash, credit, or something in their hands, they're going to be like, yeah, you're late. Big deal. We're going to shut off your stuff. I have a hotel fire I'm dealing with. Everything burned down. I wasn't able to get anything back. You have a hotel and it burned down? If I'm understanding that right, if that's true, if that's the case, I hope you had insurance. Yeah, I don't even know what to say on that one. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to ponder that one in the private for a while, try to figure out something with that one. What are some good books to take? Good books. Well, it depends on what you consider good, but I've got The Art of Passing the Buck. I've got a treatise of law, mortgages, and deeds and trusts. I've got estate and trust administration. I mean, I like some of everything. So I go into spiritual, esoteric, Atlantean. That's a whole set of encyclopedias for Masonic lore. And I got contract law. I got Uriel's machine. I'm into pyramids, energy, all that stuff. So it's really hard. Let's see. Meeting Your Straw Man and the UCC Connection. Yep, that's a good one. Once again, those are all the books by David E. Robinson. He's got 3. Well, he's got way more than 3, but go on Amazon and type in David E. Robinson author and books. The Bible. Yeah, the Bible's good. There's a lot of lessons in there. You can look at the Bible as commerce or commercial transactions. You can look at it as business. You can look at it as life lessons. You don't have to necessarily look at it as religious. Support from Tiffany. Hey, how you doing out there? Yeah, you can get an sample affidavit either off of my website or just off of Google. I mean, there's millions of them out there. Healing Goddess, you want to do that in the private by calling the bank, especially the one you work with, and with that, and ask for a private or personal banker, and then speak with them in their office about that information. Should I give up my notary? You personally have one? No, use it. No, yeah. Maybe you're even a traveling notary, and you go out and make money that way. Lots of them do that now. Opinion on the 1099-A. I only know how to do the 1099A as an acquisition of or abandonment of funds. So if you're paying on your house, your car, your cell phone, whatever, you can do a 1099A, and you can get up to, I think, 30% of all the funds that you've paid into your house, your car, your phone, your cell, your water, light, phone, gas, any of those places, and 1099A them. You provided the credit. You provided, they're providing a service, but you're providing the credit. 1099A states that you have a right to get some of that back. So yeah, 1099A them. I have not used it the Chris Hauser way of buying things. I'm waiting to see how that works before doing it. Like I said, I don't play with their credit. Discharging a little is fine. Status correction is fine, because those things you can easily say, this is exactly what I'm doing. But processes like that, I'm not there yet. But I've heard that Chris Hauser actually has mentioned me in a positive note before, so that's cool. So hello to him as well. Healing Goddess, thank you. Appreciate you. Notaries are cool, and you can put your private seal there too. Yeah, you can create your own seal. Where's mine? Actually, I have mine. I don't have an embossed one. That's the next one I'm going to get, is the one that actually has the raised print. Those are fire. Here's mine. It says James C. Lovett in all caps, and this is me taking control of my paperwork and straw man declaration. I call this my celestial class stamp. Nation of Levitica, which is my nation. And when I send my paperwork out, bang, send it off. It's my document. And so for me, I'll issue something saying, well, this person is from my nation and they're not underneath your jurisdiction. So our jurisdiction trumps your jurisdiction. You don't have jurisdiction. Is your traffic ticket citation combo letter available on the site? Yes. That is in the form of a writ for a special appearance, and it's about 7 or 8 pages, and it has some case law, some personal stuff that judges absolutely do not like. We have been very 98% successful with that letter. They absolutely hate it. It will not work in all situations, especially if you've done harm to a person, but all the little stuff, either they're going to obey it and back off, or they're going to ignore it. Okay. And if they ignore it and still come after you, then you go after them. Securities. Yeah, I don't do too much that way. Sending a bill of exchange to the United States Secretary of Treasury. I have not done that. I have sent a promissory note and an authorization to discharge, but I've not done a bill of exchange. I have heard people do that process, but like I said, I like to vet my information before I do it personally. I like to let other people find the landmines before I do it. Sorry, that's just me. I'm the guy at the end of the story who's still there. You know what I mean? So I have a channel too. Mine, I share what I can, but I have trolls, so I put my emails too in my description box. Yeah, you can put your YouTube channel on there. You can advertise it on here. I don't care. That's fine. Opinion on David Straight. I've heard a lot of people bringing his name up recently. See, I'm more underground. A lot of people haven't still heard of me, and that's fine, because I want you guys to do these things word of mouth. But as far as Straight, I have seen some of his stuff. I have not vetted his material, but I've heard positive things about him thus far. Do I have to authenticate in the birth state? Yeah, I made a video on that one, Sharon. Yes, no other state will validate the information. It has to be from your state. Once they do it, then it has full faith in credit, which means it's good anywhere in the United States. Nation of Levitica, no, love it. Love Levitica, Lovetica, Levitica. But hey, you can make one Levitica. That's cool. Wolf, I looked up my money on the Social Treasury Direct. Now it's not there. If it's not there, it could be because it could be, let's see, either a case happened or it got transferred. I have heard some people say that it might have gotten transferred because of their authenticating on the federal level. I don't know. We have not vetted that information. We do know that a lot of the stuff they do behind closed doors. We don't know why or how some of it happens. So some of us we're still learning some of it. How do I join your nation? Well, I recommend everybody create their own nation with their last name. So Lisa Benlin says, Isaiah says, hi, James. Hi, Isaiah. Hi, Zay. How are you doing? Thank you for watching. Make sure you take care of mom, okay? Josh Green says, how would you go about getting some of your money back with a 1099A? I just covered that one. Yeah, send them a 1099A. Most of the time, if you don't know how much you've spent, you can request that information from them, or you send them fill out all the information you know on the 1099A. You keep a copy. You send a copy to that creditor, meaning the one who you sent money to, and you send one to the IRS. Okay. The company then has to fill in the information you didn't, and their records have to then be sent from them to the IRS. It has to match. So you can have them do most of the work. Giant Slayer, I appreciate your work. Yeah, I appreciate you too. Appreciate you as well, brother. All right, I'm probably going to run this for about another 15 minutes. I see we're at 2 hours. Can they take back what they, and then there's nothing else there. If you mean like something they gave you, can they take it back? Or you mean like anything that's theirs, they can take anything. That's why you need to create your own identity, your given name, your, whatever it is, and create your own thing. But yeah, they can take back anything that they gave you. If you gave them something, they can't necessarily take that back. It was always yours, but if they gave you something, yeah, they can take it back. Where I was born has their own health department. Do I go through the city? Yeah, you should be able to get it authenticate. Well, I don't know where you were born, whether it's in the U.S. or outside, but typically you got to go back to where you were born. At least that state should be a county level, state level, and then usually there's a superior government like the federal government. If it's here, it works that way. Oh, you left your account open and timed out. Your password should still be the same, but yeah, you'll have to wait. I got nothing on how to get into that stuff. Dia, thank you. Good night, all. Yeah, I'm about to close it down in 15, about to relax. And then, but yeah, I will do some more lives. Looking really good. Is it true you can pay your bills on a closed bank account? I've never done that. I don't even trust how that sounds. That sounds like they will eventually catch up to that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't attempt that myself. You can, but I don't recommend it. Definitely does not come from. I wouldn't suggest doing that. So, and I'll put my business out there. Yes, long time ago, I did do some of these processes. I did not vet the information, which is why I vet my information now. And yes, I was facing very legal, going away for a long time scenarios. Okay. This had to do with accepted for values and using like federal routing numbers and all that other kind of stuff. Never use any of their routing numbers. Never use any of their numbers. They own them. They are copywritten. It is protected. They will slam you. So do not use any of their stuff ever. Can you do a review on Chris Hauser? I tried never to review anybody else's work because I don't understand all of their methods, their madnesses. I just kind of go off of what my private people tell me in consultations about their successes and failures with a lot of these people. But I try not to bash anybody, and I don't care if somebody out there really is, I guess, bashing me. It is what it is. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. So I And sometimes I don't have an opinion yet because I don't have enough information. So, but the process you're talking about, conditional acceptance, I will review it for myself, and then I will bring you that information. Okay. But you can also do yourself. There's nothing I'm doing that you guys can't do. It's just in some instances, I already have the knowledge, and in some, I might see some things that certain people might miss. But there's been stuff I missed. Usually it's pretty small, but it does happen. So, should your first UCC filing be with the birth state, or can you do it? You can do it anywhere. The states are only the ones that are bringing it into the system. Then it's filed with Unidroit, and it's international. So, no, it doesn't matter where you file it, in all aspects. So let me see here. All right. Was it Sada? I can't even say Sadie Qualix. Thank you for saying not to use the routing numbers. I was looking into and considering. You saved me. Girl, let me tell you, yes, I've saved a lot of people with a lot of this information. No. Let me tell you, I was sweating purple kittens when everybody around me was getting popped on that stuff. And so no, never, ever, ever use anything theirs. Do not mimic their QSIP numbers, routing numbers. Anybody who tells you to do any of that stuff, no, they're not for you. Nope, they will get you hemmed up. Probably an agent or somebody who's not an agent, but doesn't know what they're doing. As somebody, that's why when you guys are like, how come the comments are off, or how come you don't share certain information, or did you do this? And I'm like, no, don't do that. It's from experience. All right. I've never told all of my experiences. That's why speaking of which, this channel right here, okay, the backup channel for my James C. Lovett one, this is it right here. So this is sorry about the extension, but this is the Badwolf Media channel. I just got 1,000 people, so I can just now finally change it. So it will say youtube.com/the Badwolf Media channel. Okay. Otherwise, you can search for it right now on YouTube, the Badwolf Media channel, because that's where I'm going to put all the personal stuff about, the trials and errors and the this and the that's and the ghosts and spirits and Atlantis and pyramids and crazy stuff like that. This channel, I try to keep pure for this stuff. Okay. I share a little bit of that other weird stuff on here just to kind of bring in outside people who would probably never find my channel. That's how you do it. So, Sadiqa. Okay. All right. Appreciate you. Sorry. I'd be trying not to slaughter people's names and whatnots. Defender. Yeah. Don't use any of their numbers. David Robertson said use them in his book. No. I would disagree. There's a lot of old information. If you mean David Robinson, that they have that are outdated and under no circumstance. About the only time you want to use anything that we've seen has been okay is if you use the post office's registered mail number on some of your documents as a tracking purpose, because you're sending it anyway, all registered. And I'm just going to say there's power to that. Otherwise, no, do not use. You can do what you want to do. You all are grown. Please add yourself to BitChute. I probably will at some point in time. I just got on Patreon as James C. Lovett, so I'm on there as well. Give yourself credit. Money doesn't grow on trees. Yep, I got that one. That's a green book. I got that one as well. Yeah, but no, when you're doing these processes, see, they can't bust you. Even if you create your own credit, your own promissory note, your own bill, just to whatever. They can't do anything to you for fictitious instrument because it's yours. Fictitious means fake, okay? And fake means that there's no value to it. Well, if it's your information, your name, your signature, it has value and it's yours. Fictitious or copyrighted material comes in at when you copy somebody else's or you copy their stuff. So do not use any of their stuff. Is it better to get a DOT number? If I had a choice between a DOT number and plate versus a DMV, because the DOT overstands them, I would go for a DOT plate number all day, and you can use it and get insurance and all that other stuff, and you're pulled out of their little lower level crap. Can American nationals also claim indigenous? Well, your forefathers and foremothers were probably not from here. If even one of them was, that is your faith, then yeah, you can claim it. That's your faith. They have to then prove that you're wrong, and they probably won't be able to. But all of us are native. We're Native Americans with whatever your heritage is as ancestry. But to claim indigenous, you really have to prove it. And if you're going to try to get money for that, you're going to have to really prove it to them. The burden of proof is on you at that point in time. Yeah, he gives you a federal routing number in there. Yeah, they tell you these are where those places are located, but think about it. Those are their numbers. If I used your private number on something of mine to get money or to do whatever else, are you going to be happy? Are you not going to try to take me to court? Yeah, don't use their stuff. And if you're ever not sure, contact them. Call the bank. Don't take my word for it. Call the bank and ask them, the federal bank, the Federal Reserve. They have an 800 number. Call them and say, hey, can I use your federal routing number on something? Don't listen to all the books. I've read some of his books. Some of that information is faulty in there. It's not to be used. And trust me. I already put my business out there. They were hunting the group I was in at the time when I was 19 years old, starting this stuff. Some people I know did time. They might even still be doing some time on using those federal numbers and making fictitious instruments because we didn't know any better. The gurus at the time were sketchy, and we were just trying some stuff. And let me tell you, nope. You ever use any techniques from Eon? No, but I've been researching some of his stuff with like the mortgage payoff and whatever else. Don't forget, he's and I like the guy. I like his charisma, and he's a little hard for me to listen to. But he's also had some cases himself for some of the stuff he's done, which is good and bad. Good that he's got the balls to try some stuff. Bad because it didn't work, but that also makes you smarter and as you go forward. So, and I have seen him actually correct some of his stuff. So there's something to be said. So be careful on whose information and what you do. I would prefer to walk 3 steps and be fine than to walk 20 and to find a landmine at the end of it. Think about it. So, all right, we got about 5 more minutes, guys, and then I'm going to wrap it for the night. Are you still going to become a trustee? Well, I mean, we all are if we continue to use our business trust. For me, I look at myself more now as a diplomat, as I control my nation of Lovitica, my last name. That's our family. Everywhere around the world where there's a Lovett, Wilson, Pickett, Drumgoole, Lewis, I'm related to most of them. And so that's our nation. So I'm operating my area of our family nation. So I don't mess with the straw man too much. I've got claim over it to operate it if I need, but in general, I just let it sit there pending. The clerk where I'm located is charged $305 for the first 50 pages and $5 each after that. Ask for a fee waiver. Ask them for a fee waiver. I think you're right in a way. However, Yusufel says that there are times when you will cross into the public in order to get things done. Yeah, see, that's why I like Yusufel, because he keeps it pretty real. These old gurus, either they're like, you got to stay out of the public whatsoever if you're ever going to be a true state citizen and national. That's not practical for the average person. And here's what I find awesome about them. They're still taking fiat. They're still taking Federal Reserve notes. They're still operating on a commercial platform. Those are all public things. This is public. YouTube is public. That's why when people are like, I think we should be able to say whatever you want to say on Facebook. Yeah, that's cute, but they are a corporation who's registered with the state. That's public. Unless you own it, there's nothing private about any of that stuff. What DOT app we're talking about? You have to go. It's the Federal Motor Carriers Safety Administration, I believe. Something it's like FMCSA or something like that. Search that or look up my YouTube video. I did a video on that one. I need to do a UCC one because mine got denied. Would you say probably because 50 million? Of the 5 people. Okay, this was given to me in the private, so I won't say by who, but I will say this. I have a existing UCC. It's good, but I did a secondary one. Taylor Royal, welcome to the party, new member. If you do a UCC one over 500 million, it will be rejected. Do not do it. That is the ceiling. It's supposed to move. The story goes that it moves you to a higher echelon, and they don't like it. They will vet that information. If you can get it to go through, I'm not saying do it. Educational information. If somebody has done it and it goes through, let me know. But typically, those are not supposed to go through. That's all I'm saying. So I mean, do you really need a $500 million lien? No. I mean, 50 million, even 100 is not bad. Come on, don't be greedy. But for educational purposes, it's interesting that you said that. Patrick Devine, I've heard good and bad. I mean, I've even heard Yusuf El talk about him and say he knew him, and Patrick basically died, penniless and didn't do a lot of stuff that he claimed to have done with, or maybe he did it, but it wasn't successful. I can't vet that information. 499,909. I see you think like me. That's oh man. But I would say, anything that can't get you into trouble, that's declaring your status or that's going to be beneficial, go for it. But, don't be greedy, because that's how they catch you. They look at us as rats, okay? And they put the cheese out there hoping that we'll take the bait, including creating fake YouTube accounts with people pretending to be one of us, or putting out files on the internet for people to find, and then you try some stuff. And all I can do is tell you is that at the end of things is if you do it and you get into trouble, it's just more money for them. Like my guy who said he went to jail 18 times, not because of this stuff, but in general, it's just making them more money. They don't care. They want to see all of us behind bars. If they could, they want all of us in there. I did a 32 billion UCC. Okay. All right. Hey, if it went through, that's fire. They usually cap that. I've heard lots of people say they weren't able to get one to go through over 500 million. So that's fire. I did the name change. Should I do a DBA to take control over? Yeah, DBAs don't hurt. I mean, I've had them. I haven't had them. I'll tell you this. Fragrance place. Yeah, I'm going to try to do at least one a month now, probably 2. I'm going to try to do one every 2 weeks. I've just been so busy working on Black Site 32 or the Bat Cave, which I'm going to be doing some filming from there. I think you guys are going to kick out of that. I've always wanted a Bat Cave, so I'm building one. And so far, a few people have seen the sneak peeks were like, wow, that's fire. So, and I couldn't have done it without your help, everybody here, me working hard. And so that's coming. Pope Francis letter. I have not seen the letter. You can email me the letter from Francis to Obama, and see if we can vet that one. The UCC one package that I have, I already made a video on that, so you don't even have to buy it from me. Just go, to my YouTube and search UCC one, James C. Lovett. Hey, I'm in my Bat Cave, like my pick here. It's so tiny. I can't see it. All right. Well, guys, that is about it. We did our 2 hours and 30 minutes. I was only going to go on for an hour and maybe an hour and a half, so we're already over. But thank you, guys. I'm going to be making some more videos. I've got another 15 videos here. I'm going to be launching within either this week or whatever. And so you guys take care of each other, stay healthy. So definitely go subscribe to my man A6, his YouTube. And check out my other channel, which is going under right now, which is the Badwolf Media channel on YouTube. And you guys are humbling. Thank you, guys. I never expected to do this. I appreciate this platform to share my inner thoughts and to support you guys. I'm so glad that this has so much of this. If even one piece of this information has helped you guys feel better during the day. I've had some people say, literally, your videos make me laugh. I am very silly when I want to be silly, and I do it to try to make people laugh. People have been like, I had a bad week. They're like, or whatever else. Or some people said the stuff I've recommended for health, educational information only has improved their situations. So that's why I do it. I've benefited all these years from this stuff, and so I wanted to return it to you guys. Also, this is something I can leave for my son and any other children I might have in the future, if that's a thing. I don't even know. I'm not planning on it. The wolf getting a little too old to be having children's. But for his kids and his kids' kids, and for you guys. So thank you guys. Seriously. Continue to share. Just continue to keep doing what you're doing. Share, like, subscribe, tell people about it. But more so than that, take care of yourself. Okay, that's one of the biggest things I can tell you is take care of yourself, because no one is going to take better care of you than you. Okay, and your body is your temple, and your mind is your mind's eye. And if you don't provide the mental nourishment you need, stay away from the. Enjoy your music, because I listen to everything too, but stay away from the stuff where you constantly keep hearing the word die or death or stuff like that, because that's feeding trace negative energy to your soul. And try not to use the word happiness. I know this sounds weird, but happiness, the root word of that is happenings. So when you're out there asking for happiness, you're just asking for things to happen. Okay, if you're going to use it, say, I want good happenings. I want joy. I want bliss. I want all of my positive dreams to come true. I want all things good to happen to me that are going to benefit me. Anything not for me, let it be removed from my life. Okay, take care of your physical body. Your physical body, take your vitamins, your supplements, your trace minerals. The foods we eat are depleted of almost all of that stuff. And remember, there's no cure. There's no money in a cure. They don't want us healthy. Okay. So take your nutrients, your supplements, your vitamins. Everybody should have a one a day. If you're one of my wolves, you should have a bottle of a one a day vitamin. And when you read the one a day vitamin, a multivitamin with lots of antioxidants in it, and you read the back, it'll say the daily recommended amount for a one a day is usually between 2 to 4 of them to get one normal full day's nutritional intake. And then we wonder why we're not feeling good or headachy or tired or we're aging quick, is because we're not getting what our bodies need. You are what you eat. So that's it, guys. Thank you for listening to the last part. I just want to throw that in there because I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys like you're my own family. And so take care of yourselves. Have a great night. Have a fantastic week. And yes, sea moss. Yep, I just picked up some of that. Sea moss is powerful as well. Take care of yourselves and each other. And especially all of those who are underneath your jurisdiction. because without them, without you leading them, they're lost. And that's what the society wants, is more sheep inside the jurisdiction. So that's it, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you once again. Be blessed by the ever eternal power of the universe, or whatever God you believe in.